Hey guys, JawsTheSharkNews here, and today we're going to be doing yet another news video. And yeah, so on today's news, I'll be discussing about all the new Transformer figure reveals that were revealed yesterday during Hasbro's fan stream for Transformers. So yeah, let's get into it all right now. So starting off, just going through a quick little preview of what's going to be seen. So there are two figures revealed from Studio Series. They're both Rise of the Beast related. And then the fourth wave of Legacy Evolution was also revealed. And some other little bonus figures too. So yeah, let's get into all right now. So starting off, we have Mirage. Now, back in February, I think it was the day after the Super Bowl, which, there was that Porsche ad that featured him, during the Super Bowl. The day after, Hasbro revealed, the designers at least, I think on their social media, they revealed CGI render photos of Mirage, like, kind of early on. And, so we could kind of get a good idea of how that figure would look. However, as expected, that render is not fully, accurate to how it's actually going to appear, which I'd say is a good thing because, that one kind of looked quite clunky. This one looks slightly less clunky, at least in the robot mode. But they are going to make more improvements to it. But yeah, so starting off here, we got the alt mode. I really like it. The silver looks nice. The paint, they definitely didn't miss any spot. And yes, this is officially Porsche licensed. That's why it does have Porsche on the side there on the door. So that's neat. So, they won't have to kind of make it somewhat inaccurate. Nope, they can actually be accurate since, they got the Porsche license. And here's the robot mode. Yeah, it's a pretty okay. It's way better, again, way better than what we saw, from that render. It's like, as you can tell, they didn't really change much. However, they did mention that they will be changing things. Like, they are going to be adding more blue to his head crest, so that's good. Because, for those who don't know, the original renders of Mirage had, like, a silver head crest. I think even in the original teaser, he did have that silver, but in the final movie, he had a fully blue head crest, similar to his G1 counterpart, so they will be fixing that, and they're going to be adding more paint throughout, so that's good. Yeah, it doesn't look that bad. I quite like it. Again, it's kind of hard to judge with this one photo here, this one pose. I mean, well, there's a few others, but yeah. Oh, and then here he is. Here's a sample copy they have, and yeah, it does. It looks really good from this angle. And yeah, and of course he's got his cannon there too, which I'm pretty sure is removable. Hopefully it is. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, I can see his hand there. Because they've always showed him with that cannon, that same left hand. So, like even with the CGI renders, it's like, does he even have a hand? But no, that he does. It is. It just is. It's just an accessory. So that's good. Yeah, I'd say from this shot right here, he looks really good. He does have a lot of kibble, but I think that should just be up to the like from now on for like all the movies, they should just have the Hasbro toy team kind of consult with the team that designs in the movies, just so that way like they don't make overly skinny characters like Mirage again. So it's a lot easier for the toy designers to make more accurate stuff. But for what they did, it's actually not that bad. It actually looks pretty good. There's barely at Mirage. Yeah, I definitely can't wait to get this guy because he looks really good, especially that alt mode. And the robot mode, too, doesn't look that bad. Next up, we got Optimus Primal. So this one was one that I and many others have been highly anticipating ever since when the movie was first announced. Everyone wanted to see that Primal figure, like, despite like no one seeing what he looked like yet, as everyone still want to see how the Studio Series figure would look. And now the day has come. Well, yesterday because it's been one day since then, but still the time has come, and we finally seen what he looks like here. So yeah, here he is in his alt mode and his gorilla mode, and yeah, I gotta say this looks really good. Definitely accurate to the movie, and what's cool is that he comes with a transwarp key from the movie, so that's nice. and it does appear that you can split it if you can look very closely. So that's good because in the movie it was split apart and then hidden in different areas. So that's good. I'm not gonna try to spoil too much since the movie's been out for about for about 2 weeks now, but not everyone's seen it. So I'm still trying to avoid spoilers for the most part. But yeah, but anyways, then here's his robot mode, and yeah, I gotta say, looks also pretty good. And they did say they're gonna darken this a bit, like the gray plastic and stuff, so it's gonna be even darker, which definitely helps because the movie. He was a bit darker. Although here, I mean, if it remains like this, I'd still be totally fine. The only thing I'm complaining about is that I wish he had more paint on his belly. Like more silver paint. That'd be nice. But aside from that, he looks really good. And he does also come with the axe I believe Optimus had in the movie or something. People are saying Prime had it. So if I'm wrong though, then comment down below. But so yeah, pretty cool. And he does also have a chain like piece for both of his swords. So that's nice. And also he does have a mouth. Now, as someone who again has seen the movie, he only took it off once, but it was like very very briefly. And it didn't have like any silver or anything around it. It's kind of a mixture of his mouth appearance. Or it's more of an homage to his Beast Wars cartoon design. And I don't mind it, but I think it would have been better just to have the full bow mask, since that's what we saw for most of the time in his robot mode. But yeah, and here's some in-hand shots. Yeah, looking really nice. This is definitely one of my most highly anticipated figures that they revealed on yesterday's stream. So that's it for Studio Series. Would have been nice to see at least one more figure, but they did say though more Studio Series Rise of the Beast figures will be coming in 2024. So yeah, that means those are going to be the last two Rise of the Beast Studio Series figures for this year. So, but hey, I guess that gives us something to look forward to next year. So yeah, anyways, so next up here, they revealed this Pulse exclusive 2-pack of Bumblebee and Optimus Prime. These are core class, and they're slightly different. So the Bumblebee is the same one that came with that 2-pack from 2 years ago with Spike, but the only difference is that all the black plastic is now like a dark gray. So it's closer to his G1 appearance, and I do really like how he looked. And as for Optimus Prime, he comes with the axe accessory that came with Nemesis Prime, just now in that orangish yellow color. So that's cool, and he does also have some yellow paint now around his crotch there, so that's also cool. And but the big one is definitely now Optimus has his trailer. So yeah, here's B and Prime in their alt modes. And yeah, as you can see the trailer there, it obviously can attach to Prime, not surprisingly. And yeah, they even comes with roller, which is funny. Like the Earthrise one didn't come with roller, but this little core class one does. But yeah, I really like how this looks. I just realized they even painted the side windows. Like, man, they really went all in. Yeah, this is the set. Like when they first showed them, like, ooh, I definitely buy this. But then as soon as I heard it was Pulse exclusive, I'm like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but now I'm less likely to get it because it's online. Like if I saw it in the stores, I'm like, oh, cool, I might buy this. Then yeah, then I probably would have, but because it's online, I probably wouldn't because it's a lot less convenient. So, but yeah, I really like how this turned out. It looks really nice. Quite a surprise, honestly. So yeah, now anyways, next up they showed the 4th wave of Legacy Evolution and presumably the final one. Because Wave 3 hasn't really hit. Well, some people have been getting the Wave 3 figures, but that's like the summer figures. Like the winter stuff was the first wave. The spring stuff was Wave 2. Wave 3 is the summer stuff, and then this is the fall stuff. I'm assuming. So that'd be the last quarter of 2023. So I guess this is for the last wave for Legacy Evolution. Not the last wave of Legacy though, because it will continue into next year. But anyways, so they show off the deluxes, and yeah, so starting off here we got Shadow Striker, and to be honest, I actually kind of dig this Shadow Striker. This, for those who don't remember who Shadow Striker is, she was a character that was in Cyberverse. There was other characters before the Cyberverse one they used her name, but they just, slapped the name onto a new character in Cyberverse, and I really liked her character. So, but this figure, while it is unfortunately accurate fully to the Cyberverse cartoon made, well, the head is fully accurate, mostly accurate. The rest of it is clearly just Robots in Disguise 2001 Sideburn. That's what me and everyone else thought when they first saw it. It's like, oh yeah, that's gonna be Sideburn. So definitely upcoming figure teased right there. So yeah, then here's her alt mode. Yeah, that's definitely Sideburn there too. But as Shadow Striker is kind of neat, kind of unique little design. So definitely we'll get this one. And yeah, yeah, cool to see some Cyberverse. Next up, this one I didn't expect would be this year, but here we are. We got Deluxe Bombshell. And the reason why I didn't think it would be this year is because, well, we got Kickback last year, and then we got Shrapnel this year, so I assumed that Bombshell would come next year. But hey, it's better sooner than rather than later. So that's neat. But anyways, you got Bombshell here, and yeah, he looks nice. Definitely gonna buy this guy. I already got Shrapnel, I already got Kickback, so definitely need this guy to complete the trio. And then here's this very boxy alt mode. But accurate, and it does look good. So, yeah, not much else to say. Yeah, probably my favorite of the deluxes that they showed off, because the other ones look, pretty good, but that Bombshell though looks really, really good. Next up here we got Strong Arm. Now this is obviously the Robots in Disguise 2015 Strong Arm, really the only one people know. And this is a heavy retool of the Legacy Aaliyah 1 mold. And while some people have complained that it's too lazy in some sorts, I mean, I guess I could kind of see it. She actually doesn't look that bad. And some people say her head looks a little too big. Yeah, it kind of does, but honestly, it ain't that bad, really. Yeah, people are just complaining to complain. It works for the most part. Then there's a Sir Alt mode, which I do remember being on the show. I think it was kind of flat like this. I mean, if it wasn't, then I guess that's not good. But I haven't seen the show in like a long time. But yeah, really nice, cool. Again, cool to see. We're getting as well Robots in Disguise 2015 stuff. So which also means Legacy is expanding even more now. So that's cool. And finally, we got who's this now? Detritus? Yeah, Detritus. Or Detritus. I think it's Detritus, probably. So Detritus is, this is him right here. I have no clue who Detritus is. Kind of looks like a G2 character, even though, yeah, I have no clue who this character is. But what this does confirm, though, is that, yes, those images we saw of that buzzworthy A6 Hound are true, because this is a redeco of that. Even though Hasbro still hasn't shown off that Hound or the hatchet that was also revealed at the same time, so that's kind of odd. Yeah, I don't know. He's alright looking. I mean, I don't know anything about the character, so I can't really judge. Oh yeah. So Detritus is both an Autobot and Decepticon, because notice his Decepticon logo there in the back. So he's like a double agent, sort of, kind of like counterpunch. I don't know. But anyways, and then next up we got the core class. Yeah, during the stream they kind of messed up. They forgot to do core class first, but yeah, hey, at least they remember to show us this stuff. So yeah, first stuff with the core class, we got Snarl, who is the last of the Dinobots, and yeah, he looks really good actually. Lacking some pain in the chest, but do I really care? No, it's a core class. For what it is, actually, it looks pretty nice. Here's the alt mode, and yeah, it does look a lot like the Studio Series A6 one. I mean, it's kind of just a smaller version of that. But yeah, really nice. I've really been digging these little core class Dinobots. Lots of fun. And they did, of course, show off, well, here's the other Dinobots. And they, of course, did show off Volcanicus in his fully combined form. And yeah, that looks really, really cool. Kind of weird, blocky, like his legs do look a little stumpy, but, hey, he's for what he is, it's still pretty cool. And then next up, yeah, that was the only core they showed off, but they did confirm that Sludge and Slug would be re-released. So for those who missed out on those figures, hey, you get a second chance. Anyway, so then next up they revealed the Voyager class figures, and they showed off Bludgeon, who is a retool and kind of repaint of, Tarn. And surprisingly, he actually looks pretty good, because when I first heard, oh yeah, Bludgeon's just going to be a Tarn retool, I'm like, okay. I mean, obviously Tarn also turns into a tank, but like, does Tarn really fit Bludgeon? But surprisingly, yes, it does. That mold definitely does work, and I really love that head sculpt. Really nice, and that tank mode. Oh yeah, that's Bludgeon goodness right there. Definitely gonna get this one, and yeah, so many foes here. Oh, and then next up they showed Trash Master, I think is his name. Hold on, let me go back up. Yeah, Trash Master. I got right. This like the whole Junkion thing's got like a cool idea, but I haven't been too interested in it. I mean, I do have Scraphook. I haven't found the rest of them yet. Of course, but I do dig the Junkion idea, but I will say this Trash Master, this definitely got me hooked right here. It's literally a garbage truck transformer. It's such a cool idea. I really love that robot mode. I don't know. It's kind of giving me like a Junkion version of Bulkhead vibes. Really cool. And yeah, really nice. And yeah, they did somewhere I saw like a dinosaur mode or something for him, or like combined with the other Junkions. I forgot, but it's pretty funny and clever, and yeah, really cool. And finally, for the Legacy Evolution reveals, they showed off the leader class of Dreadwing, who is a redeco of Skyquake. And yeah, I gotta say, he looks really good. I already know the figure is gonna be good because I do have Skyquake, and I love that figure. So we got Dreadwing here, and he looks fantastic. Absolutely love that blue and gold. And even that red clear plastic, that just works like really good. And yeah, really nice. And then they show off like this artwork here, really cool. Well, we've already seen these guys, the Buzzworthy pack, so we'll skip over those. And they did officially reveal that VNR Optimus Prime, which is just a redeco of the Holiday one. Good mold, because again, I do have Holiday Prime, but I don't think I'm gonna get this one. It does look good, but I just don't see the need for me to get it. But it is again good mold, since I have the mold, just not the actual like that figure there. So yeah, and finally they showed off this Inferno redeco that was big during BotCon or something years ago. What's his name? Antagony, but it's like with an O. Yeah, here's I'm just gonna call him Antagony, even though there's an O, so I guess it's Antagony. So we got Antagony here, and yeah, he actually looks pretty nice. Like I really like that purple they used, and yeah, it looks really cool. Most likely won't get this. They'd say this will be the final Gen Selects figure of 2023. And yeah, and I do have Inferno, great figure, so this one should also be cool. And they also showed off next, you see that head to like by his foot there? That's apparently Transmel's Scavenger's head. Kind of weird, kind of interesting though. Is that kind of tease that next year we'll get the Transmel figures? Who knows? Hopefully that'd be cool to get them. But yeah, that's all the reveals that they showed, and yeah, I gotta say, really cool stuff. Definitely will be getting all of them, or at least most of them, and yeah, lots of great stuff. But that's kind of all I have to say for now. So, but yeah, anyways, guys, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, share for more, and comment down below what you guys think of all these reveals that we got. And so yeah, and anyways, guys, as always, tell all R1.